got interested in theater when I was 11, and because I would run around as a child and just sing all the time, which sounds really cliche, but I did. And I danced as a little kid, and I finally signed up to do Alice in Wonderland at Wichita Children's Theater. And it was the very first show I'd ever done. And then I got the lead role Alice, which was a big deal for me at 11 years old, and put down the tennis racket that I used to play, and it was to this stage for the rest of my life. Next year I will be attending the University of Memphis, and I just recently got accepted into the music theater program. I had to prepare a song, and I sang Losing My Mind from Follies. It's a really old song. I had to learn a monologue, which I used from a play I was just in. And I also had to really get back into dance, and I danced private lessons for I think 3 times a week, really hard, and just had to focus and get prepared, because usually I'm the worst procrastinator in the world, and I would be memorizing lyrics out in the hall before auditions, and this one I actually had to take the time and learn it and prepare, and it helped me to get in, obviously.
My plan for next year is to hopefully get into FIT and study to become a fashion designer. The application process, we had to sew 3 garments and sketch like 9 sketches. I've always liked drawing women and their clothes, and it was just last year that I realized that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
My plans for next year are to go to the University of Kansas and play soccer. Some steps and various preparations I had to do to achieve this plan are I went to various camps in the summer, kind of around the Midwest area, and then to the KU camp itself. I also had to email coaches for my tournaments so they could come watch me, and I just had to do a lot of individual work on my foot skills. I think in the upcoming months I'm going to have to do a lot of conditioning and weightlifting just so I'm physically prepared when I get there. I don't think that I really knew I wanted to play soccer in college until about sophomore year. I just thought maybe I would go to KU just to go to school, or I don't know, I was looking at Creighton, some other schools like that. I really found out that I had the opportunity to play going into my junior year, and I think once I figured out that I was at the level or could be potentially at the level to play, then I was really interested in it. And once I knew that I could play at KU, it was kind of a done deal.
Next year I plan on attending the United States Air Force Academy. Growing up, one of my best friends' father went to the Air Force Academy, so she would always be wearing like Air Force t-shirts and Falcons gear, and I just thought it was really cool. My freshman and sophomore year I kind of considered going to the academy, and then I finally actually got really interested. I went on the website and just looked at all the stuff there, and life at the academy seemed really awesome, so I decided to apply, not really thinking anything would come of it, but here I am. The steps I had to take began March of my junior year, so I had to fill out like a pre-candidate questionnaire, and that just had basically all my academic stuff, all my activities, everything, and they had to determine if I was even, competitive. And then when I was deemed competitive in July of the summer before my senior year, I started the actual application. I had a candidate fitness assessment. I had to interview with my admissions liaison officer, and he had to write me a recommendation. And then I had, of course, to get letters of recommendation. I had an activities record that I had to send in. I had to be medically qualified. I had to apply for nominations from Senator Pat Roberts, Senator Jerry Moran, and Congressman Mike Pompeo. And then I had to interview with them, with their selection boards, and from there I received a nomination from Senator Roberts and Congressman Pompeo.